We have this final, 400 freestyle S8, and of course the medal ceremonies in between for the races we have already seen. Interesting one this, a real youthful final this one.
Absolutely is, and it's a thing that happens in the European scene because this is an event dominated by the American Jessica Long.
Well, BEIRNAERT of Belgium, 17-year-old in 1. Nora MEISTER, a 13-year-old from Switzerland in 2. DUSKOVA, another 17-year-old in 3. The oldest in the field, Amalie VINTHER, 20 years of age. Ailbhe, the 17-year-old in 5. Mariia PAVLOVA, medalist yesterday, 17 years of age in lane 6. Celine DELEUZE from Belgium, another 17-year-old in lane 7. And completing the lineup, Agnes KRAMER from Sweden, 18 years of age. All teenagers with the exception of the favourite in the centre lane, Amalie VINTHER of Denmark.
This is probably the youngest event in the whole programme, isn't it?
I would imagine it would be tough to beat the average age of these finalists. Amalie VINTHER, the experience of this field, 20 years of age. The reigning champion, won the title in Eindhoven in 2014. And away to a fast start, as you might expect, because there's some swimmers not starting from the block.
No, and as a result, you'd expect Ailbhe to be at the back early on, but she's got two strong arms, a beautifully balanced freestyle stroke, so we'd expect her to make up that ground, probably by the end of the first 100. Amalie VINTHER had such a comfortable heat this morning. She had such an extensive lead that it's hard to see the victor come in from anywhere else, providing she doesn't do anything wrong and get disqualified.
VINTHER does lead by 0.61 of a second. PAVLOVA in second position. That was the two medalists in the 100 freestyle from yesterday. Amalie VINTHER taking the silver and PAVLOVA taking the bronze medal. And Amalie VINTHER now, DUSKOVA from the Czech Republic, maybe moving into second position there. And Ailbhe in fourth position at the moment. Early days though, Amalie VINTHER has control of this one in the early stages, 1:15.47. 1.6 seconds ahead of DUSKOVA. PAVLOVA in third position. And Ailbhe just about a second behind the third place swimmer in fourth position.
She's got a lead, Amalie VINTHER, but she wouldn't have been expecting this much company, I don't think, at this point, after how her heat went this morning. And she's breathing away from her closest competitor at the moment, so she won't actually maybe notice just how close she is to her, but she'll see on the turn on the underwater phase, and we'll probably see her put a little bit of a spurt and try and pull away.
Well, Amalie VINTHER extended that lead slightly to 2 seconds. Just over 2 seconds, but DUSKOVA still sticking with the pre-race favourite and the champion from 2014, Amalie VINTHER. Still the positions for third and fourth. Really changing here. PAVLOVA and Ailbhe in fourth position. But they're only coming up to halfway. Amalie VINTHER now, we'll see what the margin is when the second place swimmer goes through. The lead starting to extend there, Liz. It's now 3.5 seconds.
Yeah, Vendula DUSKOVA, she's got a higher stroke rate with a shorter stroke, so she's having to put a lot more effort in a lot earlier on to try and minimise that gap and stop it getting any bigger. It's quite a high intensity stroke that she's using, DUSKOVA, and that might tend to take, we might find that takes a bit more out of her in the later stages of the race.
So just keep an eye on the gap between DUSKOVA and PAVLOVA. And also Ailbhe. These are the top 4 Ailbhe trying to get back in the medal positions. The Irish team hopeful of another medal from this one, but at the moment she's lying in 4th position. Amalie VINTHER looks like she is continuing to extend that lead. It's now 4.5 seconds ahead of the 2nd place swimmer DUSKOVA, and DUSKOVA has an advantage of around about 4 seconds ahead of PAVLOVA. So it's getting strung out as they come to the last 100. Amalie VINTHER looks like that she has got this one under control.
At this stage, you might say that the positions are comfortable because there's a gap between each one of them, but anything can happen in the last 100 meters if people are saving a bit to go.
Well, Amalie VINTHER now coming up to the final turn. She was a time of 5:19 in the heats this morning. She'll be looking to go faster than that. Amalie VINTHER looking good to be the European champion yet again. The Danish swimmer. One more turn to go for Amalie VINTHER. We'll see if any of the positions are going to change further down. It does look like PAVLOVA is secure in 2nd position. DUSKOVA secure in 3rd place. Ailbhe not really making much of an impression there on the medal positions.
Mariia PAVLOVA has definitely brought in her leg kick down this final 75 meters, and she's catching DUSKOVA all the time, but I think she might just run out of pool.
Well, here comes Amalie VINTHER now. You see the red marks there. That's the 15-meter markers. And Amalie VINTHER now coming in to the final 5 meters. Amalie VINTHER is going to be the European champion yet again. An improvement on her heat time. It's 5:17.01 for Amalie VINTHER. She's followed home by a very, very good swim there from Mariia PAVLOVA and DUSKOVA, in fact, in 2nd position. PAVLOVA in 3rd position. And it is Ailbhe coming in for 4th position. So out of the medal positions for the Irish swimmer. But Amalie VINTHER, 5:17.01. That is a good improvement on her heat time. And as we expected, a number of improvements from this morning's swims.
Yeah, an impressive swim for Amalie VINTHER there, because as we saw with Ollie behind, it's very hard when you're out on your own to push yourself on. But they both managed to, as we saw with Ollie, improve on their heat time and get close to their best times.
Well, Agnes KRAMER, the Swedish swimmer, looks like she is going to be the final swimmer to finish. The 2 Belgians are just completing the distance now. Celine DELEUZE and Laurien BEIRNAERT. And here is Agnes KRAMER. And she swam 6:33 in the morning. She swam 6:30 tonight. But there's the champion, Amalie VINTHER. And that has pleased the Danish fans.
Up and straight into her stroke, and I think sometimes that's what you need to do with the 400, because it's more about settling into your stroke, getting a rhythm, and really building on that length by length.
Yeah, Amalie VINTHER, just like the previous race, behind the S8 champion in the men, Amalie VINTHER, the S8 champion in the women. They were pre-race favourites. They lived up to that, and it was convincing wins for both of them in the end. Amalie VINTHER retains our European title. And DUSKOVA, the silver medalist. PAVLOVA, the bronze medalist. Amalie VINTHER can be satisfied with her evening's work. The result is confirmed. Amalie VINTHER is the European champion from Denmark. DUSKOVA from the Czech Republic, the silver. Mariia PAVLOVA, the bronze medalist from Russia. Another batch of medal ceremonies. Now 4 medal ceremonies before